A disturbing mystery. A young Canadian woman heads to Vegas and vanishes.
Jessie did not choose to go missing.
A small-town girl with big dreams. Her secret life in Sin City. Shocking revelations in the disappearance of Jessica Foster. Number 12 on our list. Jessie Foster grew up far from the bright lights and dark temptations of Las Vegas. Jessie lived in the rustic town of Kamloops, British Columbia. She was the second of 4 girls.
Basically, she was always the favorite to everybody, because of the fact that she was always open and fun and funny.
But Jessie seemed restless. After graduating high school in 2002, she moved to Calgary.
She went to a high-end club. She loved, the hip-hop culture.
A month later, Jessie was off to Atlantic City. Before long, her mother received a disturbing phone call. Jessie and her boyfriend were bickering.
She had a huge disagreement. She had told us that he had spent all of his money gambling and had the suggestion that maybe she would want to prostitute and get some money for them so they could get home. And she said, well, I'm not afraid of him, Mom. He's just being an ass. I can't believe he'd do that.
Jessie's next call was even more shocking. She wasn't coming home. She'd moved on to Las Vegas.
And she said, Mom, my 21st birthday's in 2 weeks, and I want to stay here and celebrate my birthday in Las Vegas.
It became clear Jessie was in no rush to leave Vegas. She'd split with her old boyfriend and was making plans to settle down with a new man named Peter.
She's going to be moving in with him. She's got a beautiful big house.
In December 2005, Jessica went home to Kamloops for a visit. She spoke to Peter frequently on the phone.
The fighting and the screaming was just always. They didn't have a civil conversation.
Jessica's mother hoped her daughter would decide to stay in Canada.
I would ask her, why are you in a relationship like this? You fight all the time. You're down there. You have nobody down there. None of us. None of your family or friends. You don't have a work visa. You don't have anything to allow you to stay down in the States for any length of time.
Still, on Christmas Day 2005, Jessie headed for the airport.
We just dropped her off and said goodbye, and she looked at me like silently screamed, "Don't let me go. I swear." And I just feel like I should have known, being her big sister. How did I not get it? And I miss her so much.
Back in Vegas, Jessie stayed in touch.
That's when I went to Vegas, so we talk all day long.
Then Jessie suddenly stopped calling. After several days, on April 9, 2006, Jessie's mother filed a missing persons report. The police quickly followed up.
The supervisor that was on duty went to the home, spoke to the homeowner, which was at the time a man named Peter, questioned him about Jessie's whereabouts. He answered all the questions that were asked of him. He allowed a search of his home without a warrant.
Peter was never charged with any crime. Jessie Foster is officially considered a missing person. Jessie's mother has her own point of view.
Jessie did not choose to go missing. Jessie would not have left us and walked out of our lives.
The Fosters hired a private investigator to help search for Jessie. The family was stunned by what he discovered.
Jessie had been arrested for solicitation of prostitution. Now, my daughter Jessie has never been in trouble as a kid. She's never been brought home by the police. And just to think that my kid was arrested in another country for prostitution, and how scared she must have been.
Here we have a woman that was engaged in prostitution who comes up missing in another country from where she lives. And we did a lot. We have done more with this case over the last 3 years than possibly any other cold missing persons case, simply because there is so much there to indicate it's something other than she just didn't want to talk to her friends or mother anymore.
To date, Las Vegas police have no solid leads. After years of unanswered questions, the Foster family still maintains hope that Jessie is out there.
We're not going to stop. If I was ever going to stop, I never would have started. I will find Jessie, or I will die trying.
When